Mom cried when she looked at her newborn, but later realizes it's a blessing. But before we start, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell and smash that like button. We really appreciate your continuous support. There is nothing more exciting to a couple than bringing home their first child. Marriage may have solidified their union, but having a baby can sometimes be what makes them feel like a real family. However, sometimes the birth of a child who is sick or in need of other medical attention can send the blissful parents careening back to Earth. That's exactly what happened when this baby was born. 2 days before his birth, Evan Fasciano's parents received some terrible news. Doctors had discovered that Evan would be born with a rare and terrible skin disorder that would likely claim his life. In the wake of this heartbreaking news, they weren't at all prepared for what would happen next. When Evan Fasciano of Goshen, Connecticut was born, his parents were shocked. His body was encased in tough scales and his eyes were covered with so much crust that he was unable to open them. He was effectively blind for weeks and had to stay in the ICU for 2 months. But they weren't ready to give up, and neither was Evan. Evan was born with harlequin ichthyosis, a skin disorder that causes his skin to grow so quickly that it creates scales that stick together and prevent proper movement. Doctors explained that unless the scales were removed on a daily basis, baby Evan was unlikely to live long. But Evan's name meant the fighter, and he seemed to take it to heart. At 5 years old, he was fighting for his life every single day with the help of his parents. His mom, Dee Dee, bathed him twice daily so that she may soften and remove his scales. Dee Dee said that Evan rarely complained during the process. Evan also needed to eat a great deal, as the process of growing so much skin burned calories quickly. It was difficult for him to consume enough calories to be healthy. Every growing child needs to eat plenty of food, but for Evan, every meal could mean the difference between life or death. Despite his challenges, Evan was able to communicate and he proved to be quite intelligent, even if he struggled with his motor skills. He might not have been able to walk just yet, but he crawled around the house with ease and was thrilled to see his 19-month-old brother, Vincenzo, learn to walk himself. When Evan began to attend school, Dee Dee decided to speak to her son's classmates about his condition. Luckily, his classmates did more than just accept him. They made him the class rock star. It is amazing how truly understanding children can be. Not everyone was as kind outside the classroom, however. Some people have been cruel to Evan, making rude comments and calling him terrible names like lobster. He and his parents were doing their best to remain positive, confident, and strong in the face of immense adversity. His parents are trying to give him the best and most normal life they possibly can. They don't like to hide him or prevent him from having fun. It's important to them that Evan is able to live his life to the fullest. And they certainly aren't going to let the prejudices of others keep that from happening. Evan recently celebrated his 6th birthday with family and friends, and he was able to invite his entire class over to his house that weekend. They ate cupcakes and ice cream and played lots of fun games. Just look at that smile on Evan's face. Evan sure is one lucky little guy. Instead of having just one birthday party, he got to have 2. His 2nd birthday party shared a theme with Evan's favorite animal, the zebra. You can't change a zebra's stripes, just like you can't dim Evan's shining spirit. The only thing Evan loves more than his friends and his favorite animal? Hanging out with his younger brother. As the two get older, they just grow closer. It's amazing that Evan's family is able to make his life so much fun in spite of his difficult skin condition. Evan loves to travel with his family, and together they've taken many trips. He especially likes to visit the beach at Cape Cod and go camping in the mountains of Vermont. Luckily, a family friend has a place in the mountains with a bathtub available should Evan need it. Evan recently acquired a special wheelchair that will help him have even more independence in school and whenever he's hanging out with his friends. It's just wonderful to see Evan grow even more confident and eager to pull away from his mother's apron strings with every passing year. Raising someone with special needs may be a challenge, but it can reap such positive rewards like any other child, and this little boy is living proof. He's an incredible little kid, and once you hear the Fasciano story in their own words, you'll begin to think differently about people with disabilities.